about the course. Particularly, the people without any experience will have a doubt that how come is it possible to become an appraiser in this very short period of time. And the experienced people will have a doubt what new things they are going to teach us. Now, we are going to see how useful this training is going to be for both category of people. For completing courses like goldsmithing, stone setting courses, we require minimum 6 months of time. Whereas for successfully completing all the other manufacturing courses, it requires a minimum 3 years of time, because all these are craft training programs. Whereas this program that you are going to participate is not completely a craft training program. In this training program, you are not going to manufacture any jewelry, whereas you are going to appraise a jewelry which are already manufactured. In this training, under our guidance, you are going to rub a jewelry and going to appraise the jewelry. When we introduced this program in the year 1999, this program was designed and conducted for 10 days with the time frame of 3 hours per day. Once we introduced the latest technology and techniques in this training program, we are able to complete this program within short period of time by sharing all the required information. Hence, this program has been squeezed to short period. For learning manufacturing courses, it requires a time frame of 6 months to 3 years, whereas for learning valuation, it requires knowledge about gold and gold-related things only. Hence, this period of time is more than enough. In this training, there are 2 significant things. One, finding the purity of jewelry after rubbing, and the other one is the method of deduction of weight of stones, pearls, coral beads that are set in the jewelry. You may think, what is the significance in this program? 15 to 20 years back, jewelries are made with a combination of gold, silver and copper. The jewelries made using these combinations are appraised easily using nitric acid and salt water. Whereas nowadays, the jewelries are made using the metals like copper, silver, zinc, nickel, palladium, iridium. When jewelries are made using these metals, even the experienced appraiser can tend to value it wrongly, which are noticed in recent times. This happens because when we use the older techniques of testing, the reactions are led to different ways. For example, these are 2 different jewelry with same purity of 80%, whereas the metal combinations are different. Now, if we apply nitric acid and salt water after rubbing these different jewelries, you will get 2 different reactions. Even though the purity remains the same for the both jewelry, the result varies due to the combination of metals used in these 2 different jewelry. In this case, even the experienced people are led to give wrong valuation, which we have noticed in past. For few banks, we are doing audit appraising, in which one of the bank we have identified nearly 13,000 accounts were found with low purity items and fake jewelries also. These jewelries were appraised by the experienced appraiser only. Even then, they do not able to find these mistakes. If you ask me whether they are experienced person or not, yes, they are experienced people, but they are lacking the knowledge of appraising these jewelries made up of different alloy combinations. they do possess the knowledge of appraising the old manufactured jewelry, which is older combination of metals. Whereas now the jewelries are made using different metals like silver, copper, zinc, palladium, iridium and nickel. All these are purchased from shop in the name of alloy and mixed and made jewelries. When these jewelries are appraised by the experienced appraiser, they tend to give a wrong valuation. Hence, in this training program, we have slightly changed the older method of testing techniques and rubbing of jewelry. In this training program, please try to follow the methods which are taught. If you follow them, it would be very easy for you to appraise the jewelry, even it is in any combination of metals used in manufacturing of jewelry. If you ask me whether you need experience, no, not needed. Whether you need qualification, no, not needed. Any age limit needed? No, not needed. If you concentrate and follow our instructions, it would be very easy for you to complete this training program successfully. Second significant thing in this program is stone weight deduction. For instance, there is a jewelry with stones which weigh around 40 grams, and this has been handed over to one of the appraiser. He would say the stone weight in the jewelry is of 4 grams, and the same jewelry is handed over to another appraiser. He evaluates the stone weight is 5 grams. Again, another appraiser specify that it is 3.5 grams to 4 grams. If you notice, each and every appraiser, based on their experience, they used to deduct different weights for the same jewelry. This is because it is based on their assumptions. If you remove the stones from the same jewelry and weigh it, that will give a different weight. Generally, if you ask me, you should not assume things and give the result. It should be appropriate through the proper calculating method. For example, there is a 40 grams jewelry with stones in it. If you take that jewelry and approach a branch for valuation, they will provide some value, and the same jewelry is taken to the another branch of same bank, wherein they provide a different value from the previous one. Whether it will give proper projection in the view of customer about the bank? No, it won't. That's why we say if you are valuating, it should be based on proper calculation method instead of assumptions. Here, we are going to teach you how to do it in a proper calculation method. To ease this process, Mr. Satish has introduced a ready stone reckoner. Using this, weight of any kind of stones can be easily calculated through this reckoner. Generally, the weight of stones varies based on their size and density. If you see weight of the white stones, it would be different when compared with red color stones. Based on the color, the weight of the stones vary. Based on the shapes of the stones, also the weight varies. Weight of the pearls, weight of the black heads also varies considering all these factors. The reckoner has been designed and introduced to calculate in the easiest and fastest way. For instance, even a 6th class student can easily calculate and arrive at the weight of the stone, which would match with the actual weight of the stones in the jewelry. Here, we are not evaluating the jewelry based on assumption. Here, we are doing it in a proper calculation. Hence, the valuation would be given in a perfect way. In this training, we are going to use acid for identifying the purity of the jewelry. And the way of calculating the weight of stones or pearls or black beads are done through scientific method, which will help us to arrive at the result in a proper and easiest way. What we expect from you is the full cooperation in respect to learning this method. Okay, if you ask me what kind of cooperation, then here we go. Kindly switch off your mobiles. Attendance. If you have a question whether I need to attend all these 4 days of training, my answer is yes. Because this training program has been designed in such a manner that each session is interlinked with one another. Hence, if you miss to attend any particular session, it would be difficult for you to understand the forthcoming sessions. Hence, we recommend everyone to attend the program with full involvement, so that you can easily understand the concept of appraising, which will help you to become a successful appraiser by handling the valuation methods comfortably.